Hi kawan, welcome to EDCReady. Today I want to do a video about this guy. This is the Demko Knives AD20.5. This is the green G10 version. We have OS 10 blade steel here. Yes, OS 10. And this guy is made in, I believe, Taiwan, which is there we go. Made in Taiwan. Now, as you can see, this actually doesn't have the spring. The spring came out when I first did the disassembly, and finally, after about a year, because I've been procrastinating, I got new springs. I got 5 here. And if you want to know the link to this guy, it's going to be on the in the description down below. So now I finally am able to get one of these guys, put it back in here, and finally use this knife the way it was intended to be used. I have played with this knife a lot while it was decommissioned, but mostly as like a fidget toy. I took it out, push this forward. In fact, when you push this part with your thumb, it actually holds its position quite well. It kind of creates like a little lock there. But this is very much free swinging. You know, there's no spring action there, and it's just going to swing on you. So be careful if you're ever in that situation. So now I'm going to take this guy apart. See, now this is, I believe, T8 screws here, maybe T10, I'm not so sure. The guy goes in, goes there, and the back screws are T6. There we go. Alright, let's see now which side comes out. It looks like this side comes out. Yep, this is the side that comes out. Put that in the back. 2 more screws in the back. There we go. That comes out. Okay, 1 more screw in the back. Then I believe that's enough to take this guy apart. I believe so. Okay, here we go. Guy's out. Scales, are they coming off? Seems to be something holding them back. What's holding you guys? What's holding you back? There we go. Scales are out. And because there's no spring, I don't need to worry about spring tension, which is something I've learned to do over the course of my life. There we go. So as you can see, we have a little metal liner that's on both sides. We have the green G10 on top. I really love this color. I am a OD green kind of guy. You can see from my Seiko here. And this is where the spring is encapsulated previously. And what happened was, when I opened it up, okay, the spring was in there, and then there's definitely spring tension. So when I tried to release it, this guy just went flying out, and I haven't been able to find it ever since. I've looked everywhere in this room. I've looked under every crevice. I've looked at the top of my air conditioning unit. I've looked at all my bags, and even inside of the cupboard with the doors closed, I've looked for this guy, and it's just gone to the abyss, wherever that may be. So I'm just gonna take this guy out. This guy has never been cleaned since then. Technically, it has never been used since then, so it doesn't need that much. This bearing's on the wrong side. Just gonna flip it over to the right side so it swings on the blade. Bada bing, bada boom. Gonna get some lube. Let's see what we can lube here. That's a lube just the inside of this. Make sure it doesn't rub too hard on the metal bits here. Stick that down. Some lube here. Make sure it's smooth. Okay, add some lube there. Make sure that's smooth. Oops, missed. There we go. And then of course some lube here, because this is what's in contact with that. Some lube here, which is the piece that's in contact with the lock part right here. I just want to make sure everything is smooth. Don't need to put too much. I'm not Nick Shabazz. She has been pretty quiet lately. I can imagine his work is very rough on him, according to his videos, how busy he is right now. Okay, now this guy goes in. So I'm just gonna shove it in there. I'm gonna hold this guy down like so, just so that we avoid it springing back out. Now, one thing I tried to do to fix this is I actually bought a pen and tried to put the pen spring in here, but it was not the right size nor the right tension. If I found the right size, it was not the right tension, and vice versa. Put a little bit more lube here, a little bit in the spring where it's in contact, and just overdo it just a teeny tiny bit. Put this guy back on. I'm getting excited. The knife is back alive. Okay, everything's in. Everything's in. And it's not swinging down. I feel the spring in. Let's reduce the spring tension a little bit. There we go. Make sure everything's in place. This guy goes in. Oh yeah, boy. Finally. After a year of procrastination, looking for the right supplier, buying other knives, putting... This might be a T10 actually. Is this a T10? It feels like a T10. Hold on. I can't remember if it was a T10 or not. It didn't say. Take out my T10 bit. This is fit. Yeah, that's not a T8, guys. That's a T10. We're using the wrong bit size. Okay. Now, because I have not had this knife for a year, and I'm just gonna put it back without any Loctite to see how well it holds on to the holds on to the screw. Now, because I have not used this guy in a year, it kind of feels like I don't need to use this knife at all. So I'm really questioning myself if I really need this guy around. I bought this guy to be kind of my main beater knife when I go out camping or whatever. But my native 5 salt and my my Civivi Vision FG has actually been taking up that role really well. Native 5 salt definitely comes in more naturally with how my wife likes to use a pocket knife. She feels very safe with it. She enjoys it. She cooks with it. She does any kind of cutting that she needs to with it. And then the Civivi Vision FG, which is a budget version of the Vision R, designed by Snake Stun, produced by Wii and Civivi. That has actually been proving really hardy, and it's actually given me the worst cut of my life when I was trying to baton with it. AKA, guys, don't baton with a pocket knife. You can take it, but whether or not you can take it, it's a different story. Alright. You see everything. Oh yeah, boy. Oh yeah, okay. Let's just one thing I like to do when it comes to tightening screws is just open, re-loosen it a little bit and re-tighten it and do that all the way around. That just gives it a little bit more, it just lets all the tolerances relax. And I can put it back in and it should come in quite comfortably. Quite comfortably. Quite, come on, get in there. There we go. Alright, opens. It's a little bit tight. Let's check out the centering. Centering is dead on perfect. No blade play up or down. It needs to... Does it swing? Yeah, it swings like it should. With no blade play. Maybe a tiniest bit amount of blade play. Teeny tiny blade play. You can expect that with these really fidgety knives. What happens is you tend to swing it around so much and there's so much vibration that it is going to develop a little bit of blade play as it vibrates the screw out. Fix that with little blue Loctite. There we go. Little blue Loctite. Take up the screw, the pivot screw specifically. Okay. Stick it back into the hole. Take this guy. Add just a teeny tiny bit. Just like that. Might be a bit too much, but that's okay. There you go. Make sure you guys buy the blue medium strength Loctite. Do not buy the red hard kind because then you need to do quite a bit of movement to disengage everything. Okay. There you go. It's smooth. Leave this guy out for like 2 or 3 hours for the Loctite to really harden. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. So that's it, guys. No review yet because now I finally get to use it to do the review. Thanks, guys. And as always, stay ready.